Hey, Rage Nation. It's your ringmaster of ceremonies, Cool Breeze, Justin Christie here with Shane Cink. He's going to be competing in Roll in the Cage 5 coming up on Friday, June 17th at the Oklahoma City Farmers Public Market. You can get your tickets at stubwire.com, but at first, I want you guys to get introduced to Shane and kind of get to know him a little bit. Shane, how are you doing today, brother?
I'm doing well.
Well, I appreciate you coming in to Whiskey Nights. This is going to be the after party spot for Rage in the Cage and Roll in the Cage come Friday and Saturday, June 17th and 18th. You're going to be taking on Matthew Lindhe. He's from Conquer BJJ. Tell me a little bit about your grappling background and what you know about your opponent.
My background is training at Raptor Jiu-Jitsu. I've been a blue belt for a little over a year now. It's just great training. I don't even know how long I've actually been doing jiu-jitsu, coming up on 3 years, I believe. But it's been a great ride. And when presented with an opportunity to represent Raptor Jiu-Jitsu and One Life Fitness and Barbell and Belly Down T-shirt company, I had to take it, and I'm super excited about it. As far as my opponent, I don't really know anything about him or his gym. They asked me if I wanted to do it. I said sure, and so I'll roll with anybody. So it doesn't really matter to me.
Outstanding. I love that attitude, man. You're coming in with a really good energy. Like, it doesn't matter who's in front of you, just take on the world. That seems to be like a common attitude at Raptor Jiu-Jitsu. You guys got a lot of really good coaches up there. Tell us a little bit about your coaching staff and what it's like to train at Raptor.
Absolutely. I think we have the best coaching staff. I'm pretty biased that I was one of the first members over at Raptor when we just had our 1 year anniversary. Derek Atkins, Justin Overton, and Kevin Williams have, really just created a community, not only just a training community of really, really pretty awesome grapplers, but a family type community of just friends and family. And our kids program is amazing. And so I'm just really blessed to be a part of it. I own a strength and conditioning gym, One Life Fitness and Barbell, that is actually in Raptor now, okay. Which didn't happen at first, but we've been in there for about 6 months now. So I'm there 14 hours a day, and I try to roll once or twice a day if I can.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit more about your strength and conditioning gym. Yeah. What can new gym members expect whenever they walk in the door?
For as far as our strength conditioning gym, we started out as a rehabilitation gym. So we do everything from a posture first, control, bodily movement, purity first, and then we move in from there. We are also an Olympic weightlifting gym, one of the only USAW Olympic weightlifting gyms. That's where my background is in. And but we also have a lot of group fitnesses for our classes for our grapplers, things like that, making sure that we understand, when coach tells you to posture up, what that even means. Okay. So many people don't understand how their posterior chain work, their musculature actually is meant to work, and how that affects your grappling and how that can actually make you strong on the mat. Technique is always king, but strength really helps when you know how to use it.
Exactly. So which one came first, your strength and conditioning or your martial arts endeavors?
Strength and conditioning. I've been a coach and a trainer for about 15 years. Okay. And then just within the last 3 years, we got into jiu-jitsu. I have a son. When he turned about 13, I really wanted to get him involved, and hopefully he'll be on one of these Roll in the Cages soon.
What's your son's name?
His name is Cink.
Cink. All right. Be looking out for Cink and some future Roll in the Cage events.
He's one of many of the Studley Raptor teams that we have.
Okay. Awesome. So what was he your initial inspiration into getting into jiu-jitsu yourself, or was there other motivating factors?
Kind of. I did jiu-jitsu in Army combatives when I was in the military. And
how long were you in the military?
Just long enough.
Just long enough.
Yeah, long enough. 3 years, 4 years, and then served out my time on an active ready reserve, and then and then I became a strength coach, and been doing that for about 15 years. Owned my own gym for about 10 years, and then the jiu-jitsu thing I always wanted to do. It's always something in our that I really had that itch, and then so once he got a little bit older and we had a situation at our old gym where they're pretty close, American Elite. Shout out to them who really helped us get started, and then it's just grown from there.
So you're obviously a very athletic and active, martial artist now. What are some of your goals, in the future for martial arts? Are you looking to get into the cage and actually do some cage fighting as well, or are you just going to stick with the jiu-jitsu?
I'm old. I'm over 40, so I don't think my wife would let me get in the cage to actually do a fight. I would love to. I love training Muay Thai with Coach Art over there and Justin Overton. I love playing around with that stuff. But as far as serious fight aspirations, that's something that probably would have been in my earlier life. But I'm kind of winding down.
Okay.
I love seeing my son get involved with it. Right now, it's just jiu-jitsu for us. Other than the training we just do for fun on the side. But as far as competitiveness stuff, it's just jiu-jitsu. As far as goals, man, I just enjoy it. I enjoy the process of showing up every day. I love coming to class. It helps me center my emotions, my anxieties that I have, all just living that adult life with, a couple businesses and, 3 kids and all of that stuff that goes with that. And it's just a break to, it's great exercise. It's great. It's just a reset every day when I go and roll. And so I just enjoy the process. So as far as aspirations, man, just living a good life, living a healthy life, and trying to be a good example for my kids and the kids in our gym to see that, this is a lifestyle that is easily livable. It's not something that has to be that extreme, but you can do really epic things and fun things with it. And so, and just like rolling the cage. So when things like that are presented to you, to jump on those, and that's it. No real official aspirations, just having fun with it.
I totally understand that. One concept that a lot of gyms, especially MMA gyms, don't really put out there is that originally martial arts trains you to fight so you don't have to.
Absolutely.
And it's refreshing to be able to see a martial artist and an athlete such as yourself who has that in their lifestyle as well. Yeah. So you're training for martial arts for everyday purposes.
Sure.
And of course you get to train and do some roll in the cage competitions as well. And having a combative athlete like you that isn't necessarily aspiring to get into the cage is also refreshing for those out there as well, that you can join these gyms and not be pressured into the fights. And it's fantastic. Now, don't get me wrong, the fighting part is fun.
Yeah,
it's the the big lights, the bright lights, especially Rage in the Cage. There's no atmosphere or energy like a live Rage in the Cage event. Roll in the Cage, it carries over to that. The same thing, the jiu-jitsu community, the grappling community, the wrestling community all shows up at Roll in the Cage. And just puts on a phenomenal, energetic atmosphere. So guys, make sure you check it out. Stubwire.com. Shane Cink is taking on Matthew Lindhe from Conquer BJJ. Shane's representing Raptor BJJ as well. They're going to be grappling on Friday, June 17th at the Oklahoma City Farmers Public Market, live on Fight TV pay-per-view. So make sure you guys get the Fight app, get that pay-per-view as well, and you can watch that as many times as you want. But don't forget to get your tickets and show up at the Oklahoma City Farmers Public Market to experience that true Rage in the Cage, Roll in the Cage energy, and cheer on Shane Cink, of course. Well, Shane, I appreciate your time, brother. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of our first renditions of Rage Talk. So make sure you subscribe, follow the Rage in the Cage OKC Facebook page. We're also showing this on the Fast Productions YouTube channel, and I think we're going to be sharing this in the future as an upload to the Rage in the Cage OKC YouTube page as well. So I've been your host, Cool Breeze Justin Christie, along with Shane Cink. He's going to be at Roll in the Cage 5. Tell everybody where they can get their tickets.
Stubwire.com.
All right, baby. Thank you so much. We're out.